Good morning. It's been a minute since I've been on here. I feel like Kevin has done several of these for us these last few days, but glad to be back. And the summer is coming to a close. School is starting this week for us around here for one of our kids. And this time of year, I always start feeling very down, glum about the fact that summer is almost over. I love summer. I love the pace of summer. I love not having the structure of like the schoolwork and the busyness and all the things that go with that. I'm sure many of you feel the exact same way, but I always do this countdown this time of year on how many more days that we have of summer and how many more days we can be at the lake. And Kevin knows my start down. He says my countdown starts really early because I get really prepared. Like I am going to take advantage of every day that we can be out by the lake and enjoying the sunshine and the freedom. But up at the lake, my mom has this jet ski boat, and it's a little boat, and it's hers because it zips around, and she loves to drive it. She loves to drive fast, and it's a little four-seater boat, but it's a cross between a boat and a jet ski, so it kind of operates like a jet ski. And one of the first times I took this jet ski boat out, I ended up stuck in this swampy area of the lake. There was like this inlet with lots of lily pads and growth. It's like half garden, half lake. I don't know. But anyways, I ended up in this swampy section, and the jet ski part of the motor pulls in anything that if you're around weeds or sand or anything, it'll pull it, it'll suck it into the motor. It's really not good for the boat. And I got stuck in this section, and I could not get myself out of the swampy, weedy area. I wanted to be in the middle of the lake, zipping around like my mom does, out from the open seas of this small lake. And I was stuck, and I could not get myself out as hard as I tried, because the way to operate a little jet ski boat, it's counterintuitive. The way you steer, it's like if you want to go right, you have to steer left. And I was backing, and you start steering, but it takes a minute to catch up. And so I was going in circles, backwards in circles, cannot get myself out of this thing. And the steering is all wrong in this jet ski boat. The steering is all wrong. It doesn't work the way a car works, or that you would think it should work. If I want to go this direction, well, you do not steer this direction. You steer the other direction for a half of a second, and it catches up later. But that as this steering, as I was thinking about being stuck here and how it's all wrong, the steering is all wrong, I was thinking about how some ways that some things in the kingdom are counterintuitive, aren't they? Some things in the kingdom are also counterintuitive. It isn't what we would naturally think according to how we've been raised, that the world works, or how we think things should go, how steering should go. If we want to go one direction, we have to steer the entirely opposite direction. So I was thinking about this and how the kingdom sometimes is counterintuitive, how Jesus tells us, listen, if you want to be full, get empty. Right? You have to get empty. If you want the best life is the life that is surrendered, that has crucified itself with Jesus, the most abundant life you can have. Well, the most abundant life means lay it all down, right? It means get simple, lay it all down, get empty, get surrendered, open up your hands, let go of all that we would think we would want to do to build the best life, the most successful life. The kingdom is counterintuitive. Like sometimes steering can be on a jet ski boat. And I was thinking about this, and I was thinking about how even Jesus in Acts 20:35, how Paul is quoting Jesus here, and Paul is saying, hey, listen, this is the life that I have pursued, and it's one that Jesus spoke of when he said it's better to actually give than receive. That blessing actually comes. The best life comes not as we accumulate, not as we get, not as we try to add our own to our own strength to our lives. Actually, the best life comes. Blessing comes when you give it away. John Wimber, one of my favorite John Wimber quotes is this. He says that a mark of blessing is what you're giving, not what you're keeping. A mark of blessing is what you're giving, not what you're keeping. This is counterintuitive, isn't it? And so I want to ask us today, well, how blessed are you? Is there a mark of blessing on your life? Can you see a stream of what is coming out, what you're giving? And can you look back at the trail of that? And can you see a mark of blessing on it? Can you see a mark of blessing on your life as you can come up with, not too far in your distant past, a distant history, an example of how you have recently given, what has come out of your life? It is a mark of blessing. I believe that. I believe what Wimber was saying. A mark of blessing is what you're giving, not what you're keeping. But this is counterintuitive, guys, because we are trained and programmed to keep and get and protect, aren't we? But I want us to be this type of people where we have this mark of blessing on our lives because we know we are quick to give, and we have given, and giving, we give with confidence, knowing that what God has said is that blessing follows that giving, that a blessing follows. However God defines that blessing in my life, but surely it will follow. It will follow. The blessing comes as we give. And that Lexi in church, we have done an amazing job of collecting backpacks for elementary school kids and junior high kids and senior high kids. And there has been a mark of blessing for sure that has gone out on us as a body this week. Carly and Lexi have begun dropping these backpacks off with families with food this week. And we're getting little snapshots of these kids, pictures of them with their bags and some of them with their parents, and the smile on their face. And I know that this mark of blessing is going to, it is a part of who we are. It's a part of our DNA as a church, as a group of followers of Jesus, people who have committed our lives to giving to him, to giving to the kingdom. But it also works itself out very practically as we give to our city, as we give to our neighbors, as we give to those who don't have around us. And I just want to celebrate and champion you guys again, that these backpacks have gone out into families, and that we know that the blessing of God comes with them. And I'm excited to get these pictures. Some of us are going to get connected with one of the families, with a student that we gave to. And I'm so excited this year. I'm going to pray over this child that I get a picture back of the backpack that I gave. And I'm going to pray over this child, and I'm going to speak just words of Jesus into their lives. And I hope that I can even drop some notes over and throughout the school year, stay connected and find out how I can be praying for this family. But I'm just so blessed by what our church has done and how we've given. And I want to encourage you guys today to look for this mark of blessing, that as you give today, as you give tomorrow, as you give this week, that you give in confidence, going, I know there is a mark attached to this giving, and I am going to see the blessing of God in my life. Again, how he defines and how he decides. So thankful that you are a group of people, that you have this generosity of heart, this richness in the kingdom. It has been a part of our story since the beginning, guys, and you have jumped in with both feet. And we're so thankful that we're moving together in the kingdom in this way. And so just wanted to say thank you for being a part of that, and continue to keep your eyes open. There's just constantly ways that we are as a church looking for that outflow of the kingdom and the inflow of that mark of blessing on our lives. So bless you guys. Have an awesome week, and we will see you soon.